What can I do to get forgiveness from my mother-in-law who I wronged?
فاقصص القصص لعلهم يتفكرون.
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our weekly story program. There was a wonderful woman, wonderful mother, who raised her only son very well. She made him well educated. She got a great job. Then she went to him and she said, "Oh my dear son, I want to see your kids. Therefore, I want you to get married very quick." And her son's response was, "Look for me a great wife and I will marry her, inshallah." His mom started looking for her future daughter-in-law. She found a wonderful lady. She met with her and she said, "My son, well educated, he has a business and he's a religious man. And one more thing, he is my only son. Therefore, I like to stay with you in same house. I will stay in my room and you will stay with your husband, the other 3 rooms, but I want to stay with you because I have no place to go, if that's okay with you." A young lady responded to her future mother-in-law, "You will be like my mother and I will respect you and you can live with us. I have no problem." She came to her son and he said, "Oh mom, you look so happy. What's going on?" And she said, "I found a future wife for you." And he said, "Okay, alhamdulillah, I want to see her." He saw his future wife. They met, they talked, and finally they get married. They stayed together, alhamdulillah, until her mom and her sister visited her. And they saw their daughter respecting her mother-in-law like her real mother. They stayed few hours. Then when they about to leave, they told their daughter, "Are you a wife or maid?" And she said, "What do you mean, oh mom? I am a wife and she is my mother-in-law and I'm respecting her. I'm not a maid and this is my house." And the mother said, "Just was a question. We wondered, you were not acting like a wife, you were acting like a maid, and your mother-in-law was acting like a queen of the house." She said, "Since that day, I start disrespecting my mother-in-law. Not only that, I told her to leave our house. She's not welcomed and I do not want to see your face there. Leave." And the mother-in-law told her daughter-in-law, "Did you forget what you promised me?" And she said, "Forget about that. Can you leave us? We don't want to see you." And the mother said, "I don't want to destroy your house. I'm going to stay here. Say whatever you want to say, but don't tell my son what is going on between me and you." My mother-in-law got sick. Her son took her to the hospital and they found no disease, but they said she has weakness. Maybe she didn't eat for a while. She dehydrated. They gave her some medicine, but the doctor, "Who is this person?" And he said, "She's my mom." Doctor told the son, "I think your mom has some issue. She looked stressed and didn't eat for a long time." He talked to his mom, "Are you okay? Is everything okay? Is there anyone bothering you?" She said, No, I'm okay. I have no problem. Why? What happened?" He said, "Nothing, but the doctor." She said, "Forget about the doctor. I'm okay." He brought his mom to the house. She stayed there for a few days, and again they took her to the hospital, and she passed away. She died. And the doctor called again her son, and he said, your mom passed away, she died because no one took care of her well. She is dehydrated. The guy met with the doctor, and he said, doctor, last time you told me 1, 2, 3, and I talked to my mom, and she said there is nothing wrong, and right now you telling me similar thing. What is going on? The doctor repeated again, your mom was a very healthy person. The only thing happened was no one took care of her, or she stressed too much. He came back to the house and he talked to his wife, is anything wrong? He said, no, what happened? Did your mom tell you anything? No, but the doctor told me 1, 2, 3. And she said, you know that doctor? No, nothing, forget about him. After years, her son graduated from the university, and he asked his mom to find a future wife for him. She said, as soon as I heard that word, I remembered my mother-in-law, and I said, I will find a good or beautiful wife for you. And she said, I started looking for future wife for my son. I found a lady. I talked to her, and I put a lot of conditions. She said, okay, I have no problem. My first son got married. My second son, same thing. And my third son. All my 3 boys, all my 3 sons get married. One of them got an accident and passed away. And the second one, he got a job from outside of the country and he left. And I had only 1 son, and her husband also passed away. And she had right now only 1 son. She said, I got sick. I decided to stay with my son. Within 1 week, my daughter-in-law told me the same words I said to my mother-in-law. She said, I swear by Allah, wallahi, I know it. To do something wrong is very haram, and you will be punished. But I have never thought that same word will say to me. Wallahi, she said, she quoted, she said, listen, you are too old to stay with us. I want to have a life with my husband. Can you please leave us? We don't want to see you here. We don't want to see your face. Leave us, please. She said, I argued with my daughter-in-law. No, this is my son's house. You cannot talk to me like that. Waiting until my son comes. My son come, and I cried. I said, you know, your wife did this and this and this to me. And she ran and she said, no, your mother is lying. I want to talk to you privately. Let's go. And he went with her. My son came back to me after 10 minutes, and he said, Mom, you have to respect my wife, because this is her house. You know, we're still young and we want to enjoy our life. So please stay like she wants it, or you can leave. I cried and I cried, not because what my daughter-in-law did to me, but because of what my son said to me. And I said, what can I do to get forgiveness from my mother-in-law who I wronged? Subhanallah. See what happened to this lady. May Allah protect us. May Allah guide us to the right path. Allahumma ameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Barakallahu feekum. I will see you next Saturday with a new story. Don't forget to share it with your brothers, sisters, families, and friends. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.